Great undercard coming your way, and we are going to kick it off at junior welterweight. In fact, it is the third time these two young men have stood across the ring from one another, Murray Drysdale and Lucas Mason. As far as the statistics go, in centimetres anyway, very little separates the two. There is, however, just over 2 kilograms the difference on the scales in favour of the younger man. 7 years the junior, Mason of Drysdale, and we are preparing to get both young men into centre ring. All contests this evening are boxed under the Boxing Authority of New South Wales rules and regulations. Here is Murray Drysdale from just down the freeway, down the F3. Central Coast of New South Wales. His trainer, Boo Cottrell, trains at the Little Rock Boxing Club in Long Jetty, and is a stablemate of Johnny Cottrell Jr., who we saw in the main event on Friday night up against the little big man, Chris McCullen. What a main event that was to the Angelo DiCarlo promotion in Brisbane. Disappointing night, I guess, for the crew from the Little Rock Boxing Club. Johnny Cottrell certainly hold his head high. An outstanding performance, and congratulations to both young men. I thought, Paul, in regards to the fact that they wanted to determine who the best in the country was. They weren't worried about what title, what regional belt, what regional honours. Let's see who the best in the country is first.
It just shows you if you really want to fight, you can really put on a great fight. They didn't care about the money or anything else, like as you explained, Andy. They just came to the ring and let their punches go, and that's what makes boxing one of the most exciting sports on the planet. We'll say it's the most exciting.
I still believe it. Making his way to centering, Lucas Mason, a local here. He is based in Stockton now, was born just down the road at the John Hunter Hospital. Our referee for the opening contest will be Mr. Brad Griffiths. Now third man in centering. As we go to him for the first time tonight, it is Rick Powell.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. Welcome to Newcastle Panthers, and welcome to our first professional bout of the evening, live here on Fox Sports this evening. This is a scheduled 4-round junior welterweight bout. Let's now take you to the red corner and introduce to you a fighter who has travelled up from the Central Coast tonight from Baddo Bay. He weighs in this evening at 61.45 kilograms. He's trained by Boo Cottrell at the Little Rock Gym. To date, he's fought just 5 times, recording 2 wins, both by way of knockout. Please welcome Murray "Muzzer" Drysdale. His opponent tonight in the blue corner, and wearing the blue and white shorts, is a resident of Stockton here in Newcastle. Weighs in this evening at 63.6 kilograms, trained by Peter Hallett at Hallett's Boxing Club. He has fought 6 times to date, and tonight looking to record his first win. Please welcome Lucas, the Masochist Mason. Brad Griffiths in charge of the centering action. Your judges ringside, Charlie Lucas, Ted McDonald and Seth Perkins.
You want me to come here for the neutral corner?
Is it where you are?
No, I'm over in the other corner. But you just bring him here, I'll call.
Right, yeah.
Both men called centering by Brad Griffiths.
All right, spoke to both of you, give you your instructions. You know what I expect, all right? Nice, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my instructions at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Just 4 3-minute rounds to kick us off here at junior welterweight. Weight limit of 63.5 kilos, or right on 10 stone in the old language. It is Murray Drysdale, it is Lucas Mason, and it is the third time these two young men have gone to war. Drysdale in the blue trunks with the white piping. It is Mason in the black. And on the 2 previous occasions, Drysdale has been victorious both times on points. Might not be pretty to watch. It'll be entertaining. Drysdale occupying centre ring.
There should be no fooling out period here for 2 reasons, Andy. 1, they've fought twice before, so they're well aware of what they're capable of. And 2, it's only 4 rounds, so they can't waste any time in these opening seconds.
Just how much is weighing on the mind of Lucas Mason, the fact that they have been in there twice, and on both occasions Drysdale with his hand raised and has snuck through with a few very nice shots. In fact, so too Mason there, collecting Drysdale with a nice crisp left hand.
That was a nice right uppercut there from Drysdale, Andy, as Mason was coming forward. Have to give to Mason. He's lost twice, but he's prepared to get in there again. He wants to avenge those losses. What better way than to get a knockout win on Fox Sports on a Friday night?
Pushing forward is Drysdale, who takes one on the left-hand side of the cheekbone.
Drysdale got caught with his chin up in the air. If he does that, he could get knocked out.
Is it my imagination, or is there an uncanny resemblance, Murray Drysdale, perhaps to Jeff Konoski a few years ago, facially?
There certainly is, Andy. And he was a great veteran warrior of the ring, Jeff Konoski.
Certainly was.
Boxing into his 40s, I believe.
Boxing into his 40s, and his youngster, Jason, now plying his trade up there north of the border. Oh, nice shot from both men. Both scoring punches.
Let him go, break a step back.
They both walked into that one.
Mason looks a little more fluent with his body movement. I tend to think Drysdale maybe just loading up a little bit.
Well, Mason doesn't seem to be showing too much nerves, considering he's lost twice to this man already. He seems to be pretty loose. And you have to be. Only 4 rounds. Got to get out and win that first round.
Stop. Break and step back. Box on.
They're throwing plenty of leather.
That was a nice left hook there from Mason to the chest.
It's almost as though both guys, with just half a minute remaining in the round, are intent and content with offence and paying little regard to defence. Because the hands are relatively low and both guys have been checked and tagged several times in this opening round.
There's been some good punches from both. Now, I think Drysdale's landed probably the better punches this round so far, but Mason hasn't been rolled over.
Break and step back. Stop.
Good opening round from these two young men, Murray Drysdale and Lucas Mason. Fight 1 of 6, live from Newcastle Panthers.
Big breaths. You got to keep your hands up, right? He's catching you with the big punches because your hands are down around your shoulders. But you're landed as many, but he's got you with the big ones. He won that round. Get the footwork right, double jab, big right hand, right? Jab, right rip. You're trying to get the right's like an uppercut. Get it out wide and rip it around. Big breaths. You got to come back right. You got to shorten up the punches when you're inside, and don't look for the referee to call break. Look to work. Bring it up the middle, okay, Muzz? But your hands have got to go up a lot higher than what they were.
Over just 4 rounds, no opportunity whatsoever to ease your way into the contest and find rhythm and find range and experiment with any different theories perhaps you may have spoken about in the gymnasium over the last couple of weeks. It's get in, keep your gloves up and throw as many as you can.
Always makes for good fights, Andy. Drysdale got some good advice, and he's been so focused on his attack that he's forgotten about his defence, and a couple of times he left his chin up in the air, which is always a bad move in boxing. We've seen some wild swings from Mason. He just hasn't been able to find the target so far.
Both guys working well on the inside. It has been scrappy, and as a result, leading hands quite often been tangled up, but both guys have shown a willingness to work their way out of the clinches.
In a shorter fight, they really don't have to worry about their stamina. They can go out there and throw everything they've got.
All right, box on.
Hasn't had a lot of work to do as yet, has Brad Griffiths. Happy to let the guys sort it out.
There's times when Drysdale's moved back to avoid punches, and other times he's come forward and smothered Mason's best punches. Doesn't mean to get them off any real power.
Yeah, mate. All right, box.
Getting towards the middle stages of round number 2. What a massive weekend on Fox Sports for all your NRL, AFL, Rugby Union, A-League.
Don't punch.
We have got it covered.
Box.
Standing headlock there from Lucas Mason.
Once again, Mason threw that right hand and Drysdale was in close on his chest and the punch just sailed past his head.
Just whisking past the nose of Lucas Mason, that right hand of Murray Drysdale.
Punch free, boys. Oh, punch free. Break and step back. Box.
It's always good to hear that word break, Andy, in the boxing. Clear instructions to the boxers.
I think it's the greatest thing we do have going for our professional boxers in Australia is the quality of referees that we do have, spanning around the country. Guys like Phil Austin and Brad McCarley up north. And Drysdale tagged.
That was a huge right hand, Andy.
A very effective right hand.
6, 7.
Struggling.
He's not going to make it.
8.
He's no, enough is enough. And Lucas Mason posts his first victory as a professional.
And what a way to avenge 2 losses. A knockout on Fox Sports. And he's happy about it. He loves it.
Wrapped.
That's what you want to see, Andy. Passion in boxing. And what a great right hand.
Second round knockout. He hasn't had the opportunity of celebrating before Lucas Mason. He's had 6 fights. That is his first pro win in bout number 7. What an amazing feeling for him and the crew, Pete Hallett and the boys from the Hallett's Boxing Club in the corner. Pete's got a big smile on his face.
It just came out of nowhere, that punch.
Yeah.
He'd thrown a lot of right hands. We watched the replay, right on the jaw.
Look at the knees, they just buckled, and I think straight away Mason knew that was the shot he needed.
And there's a little follow-up left hook right at the end there as he was falling. Look at the face, there's a big smile, Andy.
He'll be back now. Just 27 years of age. Great sportsmanship. Are we going to see number 4, Drysdale and Mason? Because I think Murray would probably ask for one now.
I think Murray was on top of the fight at that stage.
Let's go to Rick Powell.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Brad Griffiths brings our fighters into centre ring. In 2 minutes and 38 seconds of round number 2, your winner by knockout from the blue corner and recording his first win tonight, Lucas Mason.
Lucas Mason, victorious here. We kicked it off at junior welterweight. Let's take a look at the rankings as they stand around Australia in the junior welterweight division. And it is Chris McCullen on top of the tree. We saw him defend his title against Johnny Cottrell on Friday night. Lance Costello, who we saw on the Mirovic Hopewadi undercard. Johnny Cottrell Jr., Tommy Brown. Heath Ellis, Jun Paderna is there as well. So too is Lincoln Stewart.